everybody, and welcome out to Anaheim, California, as we are here in Angel Stadium of Anaheim with an amazing second show out here in this beautiful stadium. I know it's a little different. I'm doing this video on Monster Jam Lord's channel, but you will be seeing me do a few more of these over the course of, I don't know how long. I would like to thank him for allowing me to put these on the channel. Coming out onto the track first in a brand new beautiful truck. We last saw it out in St. Louis, piloted by Cam McQueen. Last time we saw this guy was out in Tampa. It is Diesel Dave in Bro Camino. Coming out onto the track next is the driver in the prehistoric Shark. It is Corey Rummel in Megalodon. Next up, representing the most decorated truck in motorsports, this is Neil Elliott in Max D. Now making his way onto the track, it is the most memorable Monster Jam truck in history. It is Morgan Kane in Gravedigger. These drivers are out here in Anaheim for the first time this year as they look to put down an amazing show. Some of these drivers haven't been here since, well, a long time ago. I believe all of them were in Anaheim last year. Corey Rummel might be the only exception to that. I know Morgan Kane, Neil, and Diesel Dave have been. But this is going to be a really awesome show today. I'm really looking forward to it. Anaheim is always a lot of fun. Thank you, Monster Jam Lord, again for letting me use these videos and uploading them onto your channel because, well, you were the only person that records these shows. So it's plain and simple. But nonetheless, we got a long show today. Going to be action-packed. Only one show in this commentary today. Obviously, this is going to be, thankfully, a bit of a more quiet weekend. Already did the Houston commentary yesterday. That show is sadly a bit of a disappointment. Hopefully we can get ourselves a really awesome show out here in Anaheim today. Anaheim, this is Monster Jam! Let's meet the lineup of trucks that'll be competing out here in Angel Stadium. We have Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger, Matt Pagliarulo in Jester, Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken, Jimmy Cretin in Bounty Hunter, Dawn Cretin in Scarlet Bandit, Richie Yatsko in Exterminator, Kristen Hope in Wolf's Head, Kevin Crocker in El Toro Loco, Cynthia Gauthier in Monster Mode Dalmatian, and Heavy D in Brodozer. It's going to be an amazing show today. I'm so excited to be bringing you guys this action here on the Monster Jam Lord channel. This is going to be a lot of fun. So excited to be doing this today. Let's get ready for an awesome time. So we will start off the competition today with racing, and in this first race will be Kristen Hope in Wolf's Head and Matt Pagliarulo in Jester. We are running SoCal style out here on the Green Tour. First time we've seen SoCal in quite some time. Always exciting to get that going. It's kind of like a figure eight, I guess. I mean, it's really the closest thing to a figure eight you'll get. That's not the figure eight track. But going over that final jump first and crossing the line will be Matt Pagliarulo in Jester as he is moving into round number 2. The next race here in round number 1 is between two world racing champions. In the left lane, it is Morgan Kane and Gravedigger, and in the right lane is Jimmy Cretin and Bounty Hunter. It's really hard to tell who is leading going into the final turn from this angle, but we should be able to tell who wins the race at this angle. Going over the jump first, a very close finish, and I don't know who won that race. Yeah, okay, so your winner of that race was Gravedigger's Morgan Kane. This next race here in round 1 is between two of the most pretty trucks in all of Monster Jam. In the far lane, it is Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken taking on Diesel Dave in the Bro Camino. Diesel Dave is out here in his second show of 2020. Nick Pagliarulo has been in all of them so far. Good to see Diesel Dave back at it again. Hopefully he can pull out a round 1 racing win for his Bro Camino fans. There are some of these drivers that probably get confused and cut it early and actually go into a figure 8, but they don't want to do that. Oh man, Diesel Dave is on the sidewalls on the second time that he has a sidewall save in racing. And going over the final jump first is Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Continuing along with round 1 of racing, we have a battle of some really awesome looking animal trucks. In the left lane, we have the Monster Mutt Dalmatian. That is Cynthia Gauthier in her second show of the year, taking on Richie Yatsko in Exterminator. It's the 4th race here in round number 1. This is already looking to be an interesting race. And Cynthia Gauthier will cross the line first with that win. She's able to bring home the Dalmatian another race win here. Our 5th race here in round number 1 is between Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger and Heavy D in Brodozer. Heavy D had quite the time in Anaheim last year. He had one of the best saves of the entire year in this show. He's hoping to continue that success here in Anaheim with racing. Going into the final turn, Ryan Anderson is blazing fast right now. He is going to easily win this race, putting Heavy D way in his rearview mirror, as your winner is Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger. The next race here in round number 1 is the final race of round number 1 between two independent trucks. In the far lane, it is El Toro Loco driven by Kevin Crocker, and in the near lane, it is Dawn Cretin and Scarlet Bandit. After this race, we will head into round number 2, so let's find out who will get this win, and Scarlet Bandit leaves El Toro Loco at the line. Dawn Cretin showing some of her veteranness in that race right there, starting the race off with a huge lead. She's dominating right now. I mean, she's having a great year. This is probably her best year she's had in a long time. She's moving into round number 2. Dawn Cretin and Scarlet Bandit taking down El Toro Loco. The second round here kicks off with some independent drivers as Matt Pagliarulo will take on Corey Rummel. Matt Pagliarulo is in the far lane. Corey Rummel is in the near lane. Jester versus Megalodon. Oh man, a close race right now. Corey Rummel flat tracking it all the way around this track. He is not lifting once. Jester is going to flip over, but Corey Rummel, with an impressive race, does not even lift, gets himself that win. We have some green beasts now on the track for racing as Morgan Kane will take on Nick Pagliarulo. Morgan Kane in Gravedigger, Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Morgan Kane's been dominating in racing all season long. And some of that domination clearly has gone into today in Anaheim as he is moving into the semi-final round. Next up here we have Monster Mutt Dalmatian taking on Max D. That is Cynthia Gauthier being left at the line by Neil Elliott in Max D. Cynthia is going to have to play a little bit of catch-up going through this. Yes, she's going to be playing the game of catch-up. Man, that's really funny. But Neil Elliott has a big lead right now, but it's pretty close going to the final jump. But Neil Elliott in Max D is going to power himself ahead to the win here in round number 2. He'll go in to the semi-final round with one race left. Round number 2 will conclude their round matchup with Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger and Dawn Cretan in Scarlet Bandit. Dawn Cretan, it's safe to say, would be pulling out a huge upset if she could win this race here, but Ryan Anderson has a massive lead. And he is just going to soar to victory here in round number 2. Dawn Cretan hasn't even gone around the turn yet. Now she has crossed the line. A good fight for Dawn, but I mean, there's no question Ryan took her down. We're in the semifinals of racing here now when the winners of these races go to the final round. In the far lane, we have Corey Rummel and Megalodon taking on Morgan Kane in Gravedigger. Morgan Kane's got his rear steer cocked to try and get himself a better angle into that first turn. Going to be interesting to see how his strategy plays out against Corey Rummel, who is flat tracking it through this track. Morgan Kane does have a lead still. And Corey Rummel continuing to just never lift. And oh my goodness! It costs him right at the end. It's a close finish. Will go in favor of Gravedigger. But what a race right there is Corey Rummel, man. He almost knocked down Morgan Kane with a phenomenal race. The winner of this race will go to the final round and take on Morgan Kane in Gravedigger. It is Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger and Neil Elliott in Max D. Two blazing fast racers, but Ryan's had a lot more success in racing this year. But Neil with a solid turn. This is going to be a close finish. The final turn is going to determine who wins this race. Neil gets kicked up a little bit on two wheels, and that is going to cost him his racing night as Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger is moving on to the final round. This is it. This is the final round of Monster Jam Racing. For the second week in a row, we have two generations of Monster Jam trucks going head-to-head in the final round.
Are you ready to meet your racing?
This is going to be a sick race between two amazing friends, best friends from when they were younger. In the far lane, he is from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, Ryan Anderson, the two-time World Finals champion and Son of a Digger. In the near lane, he is a one-time World Finals racing champion in the bad-to-the-bone Monster Jam truck. One of Ryan Anderson's best friends, it is Morgan Kane in Gravedigger. The winner of this race will not only get some serious bragging rights over the other great friend, but it'll give that winner the first 14 points on the road to the overall event championship tonight. Awesome to see two generations of monsters going head-to-head. Anaheim, let's go green! Two drivers that have taken this track in two very different ways. Let's see who's going to get it paying off. Morgan Kane going with the flat track, never lift strategy, and that's going to cost him, as he not only spins out at the end, but he loses that race to Ryan Anderson, who is your racing winner here in Anaheim tonight. What a great racing competition as Ryan Anderson pulling out a huge win. And he is off and running here tonight in Anaheim. Competition 2 out of 3 today will be the Monster Jam Skills Competition, in which drivers can perform either 2 hits in their Monster Jam trucks on 2 wheels or 1 incredible donut. Starting us off is the Wolf's Head. That is piloted by Kristen Hope. And she's going to opt to go for a donut, starting us off today, whipping it around into a donut. And that is the end of her run. A solid start to the competition for Kristen Hope. Next up, he is your reigning World Finals Racing Champion, Jimmy Creedon in Bounty Hunter. Lines up for a slap wheelie and walks that slap wheelie down the track. An amazing first hit for Bounty Hunter, the slap wheelie king. He's got 1 hit left, and he is lining up for another jammer, possibly going for a second slap wheelie. And he pops it into a slap wheelie, walking that wheelie down. A great run from Jimmy Creedon and Bounty Hunter. That is your new best run of the night. The next driver out in this skills challenge, it is Diesel Dave in Bro Camino. This truck looks like a red Hyler. Oh no, he is rolling over. And that is the end of his run. He went for that stop, he rolled it over, just destroyed the body, and that's the end of his run. Continuing along in the skills challenge today, this is Richie Yatsko in Exterminator. Going for a donut. A really good donut there for Richie Yatsko. That is not your new best run of the night, but that is still a fairly solid move. Coming out next in the diesel-powered Monster Jam truck, this is Heavy D in Brodozer. He is hoping to rock out here in Anaheim with this Brodozer whistling Monster Jam beast, trying to get these fans on their feet and taking home the new best run in 2-wheel. Going for a bicycle, he's on the sidewalls, and a solid bicycle for Brodozer. Hit number 1 is in the books, and man, that was a decent hit. He's got to follow it up, though. Yes, we love that kid right there. Brodozer has 1 hit left, and he has been known to do a lot of bicycles and do some sick things with them. Let's see how Heavy D can handle this second hit. He is on the sidewalls, and another sick save from Brodozer. A good run. That is your new best run of the night. El Toro Loco is out next. This is Kevin Crocker. Going for a sky wheelie. Can't get the sky wheelie action out of it, but he does have 1 hit left. Kevin Crocker going for the jammer here. A sky wheelie, slap wheelie attempt. That is not going to be able to be your new best run. Next up is Nick Bagliarulo in Kraken. He is on the front 2 wheels on a popper, and he's moonwalking it back up the ramp. A solid first hit for Kraken. Kraken has 1 hit left. That was a solid first hit. He's got 1 more attempt, and he's again going for a stoppie. Can't quite get it, though. So I still got to say, Brodozer's your best run of the night. Cynthia Gauthier is now up in the Monster Mutt Dalmatian, and a little stoppie for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Now lining up for the step-up, going for some air and a sky wheelie. Cynthia Gauthier proving why she's your high jump champion. A solid run. Coming out next in this skills challenge is Dawn Creedon and Scarlet Bandit, putting it back into a popper. She's got 1 hit left. Scarlet Bandit lining up for the log here. Getting a sky wheelie. And that is the end of the run for Scarlet Bandit. Corey Rummel and Megalodon is next as he lines up for a little bump on the track here. Don't quite know what he's doing. He's popping it in to a slap wheelie there. An awesome move for Megalodon. Corey Rummel and Megalodon now lining up for hit number 2 after a really creative first hit. He's on the front 2 wheels in a stoppie and now moonwalking it and walking it back and forth. This truck having a solid run. I'm going to say it, that is your new best run of the night. Neil Elliott, the king of 2-wheel, is now up on the track. He's on the front 2 wheels walking a stoppie, and Neil Elliott going for the throat here in this skills challenge. Walking it back up the ramp. Oh my, an amazing first hit for Max D. Neil Elliott's second hit now going for another stoppie. walking it on the front two wheels. A really great move from Max D, and Neil doing what he has to try and take that lead away from Corey Rummel in Megalodon. Moonwalking it all the way back over the pad that he started on, and that is the end of the run, and your new best run of the night going to Neil Elliott in Max D. Morgan Kane has now the opportunity to take the lead away from Neil Elliott and Max D as he's lining up for that jammer in Gravedigger. He is a guy who could take the lead away, but he's trying to be creative here, going for a sky wheelie and a solid first hit for Gravedigger. Lining up for a bicycle here as he is going to get it on the right side of the truck, and now he's doing some sidewall action and a crazy move there for Gravedigger. But I still think your best run is Neil Elliott and Max D. Coming out last in this skills challenge, it is your racing winner trying to double down. It's Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. Walking it on the right side of the truck in a bicycle. Going for a bit of a sidewall. A solid move. Going for his second hit here. He is lining up for a bicycle. And he is on the sidewalls. And a sidewall save after the bicycle for Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. An amazing run, but that was just the first hit, might hold him back enough that I'm going to say Neil Elliott still had your best run. But let's find out who your leader is and who's going to win this skills challenge. This is your last run. This is the last time you could judge at judgeszone.com. So let's find out who the fans picked to win the skills.
The bicycle sidewall saving into a sidewall cyclone on that second attempt. So let's take a look at the
That was an awesome second move. Your score to beat is Neil Elliott and Max D with a 9.588. In this great clip skills challenge, the score for Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger is a 9.397, a really good score, but it's only going to be good enough to put him in second, very close to Neil Elliott, but just not quite enough to beat Max D. We will start off freestyle today with Kevin Crocker in the Crazy Bull, El Toro Loco, hoping to get these Anaheim fans on their feet early on. And I think he's already been shut off. The clock is paused after one hit. So he does get to refire, thankfully. He'll get to get that clock resumed on the beginning of his next hit, which is right now. He starts, I guess you could say that's the start of his run, really. Something weird that they've been doing is they have been running the clock, though, once they refire instead of saying once they make their first hit, which is kind of bogus because that's never how they've done it. But, that's just new rules. El Toro Loco trying to fill the 2 minutes on the clock, get these fans in Anaheim excited for his freestyle. Already approaching the time that we had in the Houston show. We're just taking so much longer here than we did there. That's mainly because Houston just was not really a great show. I think he's having a bit of issues with the truck. He's trying to get this truck to work. It's not his chassis. Anytime you're driving a truck that isn't the chassis that you're used to running, it's obviously going to be difficult. For those of you that don't know, Kevin Crocker also does not normally drive in Monster Jam anymore. He retired after the 2018 year. But now he's back out again getting a drive. So he hasn't driven since 2018 either. That's also something that'll hold him back. Again, doesn't have much time left. That yellow on the ribbon board shows you that there's less than 30 seconds in his run. Just kind of feeling around, trying to get good understanding of the track. And a nice hit there at the end of the time, right as the clock will expire. A good run for El Toro Loco to start off freestyle. The rest is just for you fans. Next up in freestyle, this is Heavy D in Brodozer, lining up for the jammer, getting some nice air. Again, Heavy D has some fond memories here in this stadium with one of the best saves of the year last year in this truck. So I guarantee you he's got some big plans for the fans out here in Anaheim because he is coming in with a head full of steam, no pun intended, because he's got some big shoes to fill doing what he did last year. Got to try and follow that up. He hits the jammer, getting a nice hit. Heavy D's first full Monster Jam show was back in Nashville of 2018. He's really taken strides to become a top driver, though, since. I'm very impressed with what he could do. For a guy who's in his second full year of driving, it's just so amazing at what he can do. He's just trying to get himself off to a good start here today as he stuffs it into that car stack. You can see every time he hits the throttle because, well, plumes of diesel comes out the top. Not sure what he's going for here. He's just kind of searching around. That's never a good recipe for success. I think he's going for the mini flip. He wasted about 20 seconds just to go for the mini flip. Let's hope he lands it. Oh my! He sends it off the mini flip ramp. He's starting to roll over. Oh my! Ah! He saved it! Alright, that's pretty fun. Brodozer, solid run. I'm gonna have to say, that's your new best run of the night. Pretty solid run out of Brodozer. And he's out of the truck. Thankfully, he's safe. That truck is on fire. Good to see him okay. Kristen Hope is the next driver out to freestyle here in Anaheim in Wolfshead. Let's see what she's got for us. This Wolfshead truck is definitely a fan favorite. It catches your eye, and it makes you really want to just watch how this run's going to go. I'd love to see us get like a top-tier driver in here, too. Like, we should have Buddy Tompkins be the full-time Wolfshead driver. He would be such an electrifying driver of this truck. He's solid. He will definitely give you some top 4 to 7 finishes in every show, which is something that Wolfshead really needs and just doesn't ever get. But again, it's good to see Kristen Hope out here driving in stadiums. This is only her first year driving in Monster Jam. You have to keep that in mind. Getting to drive in stadiums, that's pretty lit for her. I'm sure she's going to enjoy that. And I think I just used the word lit for the first time ever in a commentary. I don't know what I've come to. Lining up for the step up. And I guess you could say that was a nice little bit of feet off the ground. Going over the racing lane. This truck most definitely has an opportunity to take the lead right now. If she could fill the clock, maybe get a solid wow moment in there, she might get within a point of the Diesel brother captain. Also, for the record, for those that are wondering, I am not Monster Jam Lord. I am Who's Ready for Monster Jam. I'm just making that clear. This is not my channel. I don't run this channel. I'm not the person who records these videos. I'm just here I'm going to be here a little while. Again, this is also not where I'm going to be permanently doing commentaries, just some of the shows that Monster Jam Lord does, just to clarify. But Kristen Hope in Wolfshead is trying to fill the clock here with a solid run. And that'll be the end of the time. The same move that Kevin Crocker will end on. Solid run for Wolfshead. Dawn Creighton's next up in freestyle, starting us off already. Getting a nice hit. This Scarlet Bandit is a classical truck in Monster Jam. Hitting the jump over on that side. Dawn's having a solid year this year. This is honestly the best year she's had in years, which is funny. But I mean, she hasn't done anything contender-worthy in the last, 10 years or so. So it's pretty great to see Dawn actually going out there doing some pretty cool things. And now we're out here in Anaheim, 2 of like 73 of the year, and it's just fun seeing different things take place in Anaheim, obviously. But, I mean, for show 2 of the year, you never know what you're going to see in Anaheim. This stadium always gets one really crazy moment a year. Haven't really gotten that yet, but honestly, the best move we've seen so far was Heavy D's move that he did off the mini flip. Some solid air. Scarlet Bandit just trying to fill up the clock. I don't really see her taking the lead. Lining up for the step up as well. So Dawn just trying to fill up the clock here. I mean, I've said that twice already now, but that's just what she's doing. The momentum's not really there anymore. It's kind of started to dissipate. Yeah, her time is up. This move does not count for a score. A solid run for Dawn Cretan. Richie Yatsko's the next guy out here freestyling in Exterminator, getting some nice hair off the bat. Richie had a bit of a disappointing end to the 2019 year. He showed up in a few shows, drove, and he didn't really shock many people, didn't do too well, so we're hoping that this year could be a bit of a different story. He will be driving Zombie on the Yellow Tour that actually starts this weekend. So this is a good little precursor to what we could be seeing out of him in that truck. I don't know what it is with them picking the storm damage drivers to drive Zombie, but hey, that's just their thing. If you're watching this video right now and you're deciding whether you want to go to a Monster Jam show near you, I recommend it. It is a life-changing experience. Even if you've been before, I'm sure you can attest to the fact that it's a lot of fun. Stadium shows, oh my, nice air for Richie Yatsko. Stadium shows are honestly a lot more fun than an arena. For those of you that have, oh my, those are 2 bent 4-link bars. That's the end of his run. Tough break for Richie Yatsko, but a solid run. But again, I really recommend you make your way out to a show. Cynthia Gauthier is out next in freestyle, and she's lining up to get some nice air right off the bat. The most fond memory I think most fans have of Cynthia Gauthier is from the All-Star Challenge back in Las Vegas, Nevada at the end of the 2019 year, where she had absolutely incredible air and flipped over twice in her run. Going over that center jump. Cynthia didn't compete in the first show in Tampa. She won't be competing in Glendale either. I'm excited. Glendale's actually taking place this Saturday. I'm so excited for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Go for the backside of the step up. Huge air. So far on pace for your new best run of the night. Your first ever Monster Jam World Finals female champion. I don't count Medusa, because why would you want to count Medusa? She's the first relevant female World Finals champion. And a solid sky wheelie, big air out of Cynthia Gauthier, tearing it up right now. I am very, very impressed with what Cynthia is doing. Oh my, she is sending it right now. This truck is taking a beating. She's doing a good deal of damage to this puppy. She's not giving it an inch. This is one of her better runs. And another nice hit. She's getting a lot of huge air. Definitely battling rear steer issues, and she's going to have to back up. That's too bad. Got 30 seconds left. Yeah, she's having some bad rear steer issues. Hopefully that doesn't kill her run, but I think she's going to go for the backflip ramp. This will be her first of the night if she can get it. She's running out of time, though. She's got to get there. Truck is not really cooperating. Lining up for the backflip ramp. Cynthia Gauthier. Oh my, on the sidewalls. Spinning all around, and that is the end of the run. A decent run. Yeah, that's your new best run of the night. A solid run out of Cynthia Gauthier. Jimmy Cretan's out next after that solid run out of Cynthia Gauthier, and he's starting us off with some really nice air. Jimmy Cretan, your reigning World Finals Freestyle Champion. I'm going to say it every single commentary, because I don't care. I'm going to say that until the day he is no longer your reigning World Finals Racing Champion. That was probably the sweetest victory we have ever seen in Monster Jam, and I think it honestly is going to make me happy until the day he is no longer driving in this sport. This little buggy hunter truck with the BH on the top. I really like this new body, though. Really awesome body design. I mean, honestly, this truck's more fit to use the loader wheels on it, not even the BKTs. It should be using those little training tires. This truck's just so tiny, so loud, so mighty, so much power in this machine. I mean, seriously, you're not going to find a truck with any more power than you are in this bounty hunter. Lining up for the jammer, getting some nice air, definitely on pace, in my opinion, to take the best run away out of Cynthia Gauthier. If he can land a backflip, I don't think there's any question who that'll go to. Spinning it around in a donut. Jimmy Cretin and Bounty Hunter is now lining up for the backside of the step up, getting some nice air. A really crazy move, almost lost his run. Hopefully he can not have to back up, and he's going to be able to avoid backing up. Good for Jimmy. Does tear the BKT thing off. Thank you for saving the track crew some time. Some more nice air. Even though the track crew doesn't actually do that, we just rip off the tarps. Oh, he's lining up for the backflip ramp. Jimmy Cretin and Bounty Hunter. Oh, man, he really screwed up that truck with that hit. Bent four-link bar, landed it hard. But pretty good run into Jimmy Cretin. I'm going to say that Cynthia was just a wee bit better. But actually, you know what? No. Jimmy Cretin and Bounty Hunter is your new best run of the night. A good move there out of the Bounty Hunter. Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken's your next truck out. Your best run currently belongs to Jimmy Cretin and Bounty Hunter. This Kraken Monster Jam truck is hoping to get a good run out here. He also could very well take the lead away. Always fun to see Nick Pagliarulo out here. He always likes to change things up. He likes to throw in some two-wheel moves, too. Lining up for the jammer. We have some jammer time and huge air. And another nice hit. So right now, I don't think this is better than Jimmy Cretin, but still a pretty solid run. He loses some fiberglass. And there we go, as I said before, throwing in some two-wheel moves. He's moonwalking it. A good move out of Kraken. Got less than 30 seconds in the run. Got to do something big if he wants to take the lead. Oh man, he's crossing over the center on two wheels and he lands it. That might be the end of the run. Yes, it is. Good finish for Kraken. Not going to be good enough, though, for your best run. Corey Rummel and Megalodon's your next truck out to freestyle here in the action in Anaheim. He's had himself a really solid season to begin this year. Got to beat what Jimmy Cretin and Bounty Hunter did. Shouldn't be too difficult. That was a decent run, but definitely not a winning-worthy run. But it still is your best run of the night. Corey almost had his fair share of really good freestyles as you're comboing it into a wheelie. Oh, yes! Put it on top! And he's sitting it there. Oh, my goodness! What a move out of Corey Rummel in Megalodon. Give it up for him. Phenomenal move. If he fills this one, this is a serious contender for the win just because of that move alone. That was a fantastic run. That move right there could be good enough to win in freestyle. That was phenomenal. and sending it off the center. An amazing, almost went over there too. He's able to get himself out of it. Now comboing it, cross-threading over the center of the track. Oh man, he's flipping over again. A wild ride from Megalodon will end on its side. And that's the end of the run. But I'm going to go and say it. That is your new best run of the night out of Corey Rummel and Megalodon. The other member of Tomfoolery Motorsports is out here freestyling. This is Matt Pagliarulo in Chester. We will always remember him from winning the very first freestyle of the year out in Tampa. Him and Becky McDonough hold the honors of winning the first freestyles of the year, but time-wise, Matt Pagliarulo did win the very first freestyle of the year. That is something that I think him and many people will cherish for the rest of this year. He has had some success in Anaheim in the past, though. He does fairly well in baseball stadium settings. I'd like to see him go for a backflip. He's done that a few times already this year, and he's had a lot of success with it. He's clearly stumbled upon some money some way because, I mean, he's tearing up the truck. He's going a lot bigger than we've seen him do. Obviously, this truck's working a lot better for him than what he had all last year, though, which is great. Oh, my, he's sending it a little bit close to the dumpsters. That probably will end his run. He hit those really hard. Might have broken the truck. Yeah, that's the end of the run. Tough break for Jester. That's the end of the run in Matt Pagliarulo. Next up in freestyles, Neil Elliott and Max D, who's going to announce his presence with some solid air and maximum destruction. The spiked Monster Jam truck is going to try and take the lead away from Corey Rummel. The best runaway from Corey Rummel, whom I gave that best run attribute. Again, that's just my personal opinion. Lining up for the jammer, getting some serious air. The biggest air of the night coming out of Max D. Neil Elliott not playing around early on in freestyle. Not too many trucks remain here in this competition. He's on the sidewalls, and he gets a save. A good save out of Max D, and he's just going to keep plowing on. Doesn't even need to stop. Trucks that remain, we still have Bro Camino, Son of a Digger, Grave Digger. I think that's it. Getting a nice hit off of the back end of that step up. This Max D truck does not play around. You will see Neil Elliott get some serious air. Again, one of the most technical drivers in all of the sport. And with the save he has, if he hits the backflip, should be a plain and simple, who is your freestyle leader right now? If I had to guess, Jimmy Creighton probably is your leader. But knowing people in Anaheim, it's probably Cynthia Gauthier because she's a girl. Probably has like a 10. Couldn't surprise me, even though she doesn't deserve it, which is too bad. Now Neil getting some more big air. If he can go hit the backflip and land that, I think there's no question that he will take the lead in freestyle, no matter who's in the hot seat. Lining up for the backflip ramp, Neil Elliott and Max D. And he got it. Beautiful backflip. He lands it. Getting some serious air, too. And that is the end of the run, and no question that is your best run of the night. Landed the backflip, had a serious save. If anyone else is in the hot seat after that, then honestly, these fans need to please leave the building, because you don't know. I'm not going to finish that sentence. But good run from Max D, by far your best run of the night. With only 3 trucks left, Morgan Kane and Grave Digger's out here freestyling, going over to that racing lane. He's got a bit of a banged up body, too. We are still yet to see Bro Camino and Son of a Digger. Your best run by far is Neil Elliott and Max D. Going over the racing lane. This truck's obviously, I mean, Son of a Digger and Grave Digger are always 2 trucks that get beaten up at every single show, but Grave Digger's been beaten up so many times over its history. First of all, because of the amount of drivers it gets and shows it gets. I mean, this thing runs 7 shows a weekend, obviously different drivers in each and different trucks, but it's the same body. And Grave Digger's just beaten to a pulp every time out there, going for some serious air. Not Ryan Anderson. Why am I saying Ryan Anderson? He's never driven Grave Digger. Morgan Kane, And Gravedigger having a really good run so far. I'd say poised to take the lead from Neil if he can keep this momentum up the way he's got it. He's throwing it into a donut. Always good to change things up. Very different. Oh my, serious air! That's incredible air right there out of Gravedigger. Oh, he's been shut off? Yeah, he's been shut off. They'll pause the clock. Hopefully he can refire. He's got exactly 30 seconds on the clock. There's some smoke coming out of the back, but he is still getting the ability to continue. Lining up for the backflip ramp. Going for the backflip. He over-rotates a lot, but he lands it. And a good move out of Morgan Kane. He's able to just pull right away. And a beautiful run out of Morgan Kane and Gravedigger, but still, your best run's got to be Neil Elliott and Max D. Second to last out in freestyle will be Diesel Dave in the Bro Camino. So he hits the track with his first hit there, getting some nice elevation to start off his run. This show's already gone over 10 minutes longer than the Houston show did. We still got 2 more runs left, I guess you could say, including this one. Diesel Dave looking to get a little bit more momentum here, though. Definitely needs to get some momentum. I'm glad that he got his own truck. The only issue is if they want to put him in the World Finals, I'm going to have a big issue with that because he doesn't seem World Finals ready yet. Maybe a showdown competitor, yes, but I really just don't. I can't see a way that he could be in the World Finals at this point. He's getting some nice air, though. This is the place where he had his biggest highlight of his career. That consecutive backflip came right here in Anaheim last year in the Brodozer. It was an amazing run. Getting some serious air over the jammer. He's just throwing down right now. Oh my, casing it in there, flipping all around. Brodozer's brother, the Bro Camino, is on its lid. And that is the end of the run. Bro Camino, a solid run, but not going to be good enough for the lead. Last out in freestyle, it is Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger kicking it off with a nice hit. Ryan Anderson in this Son of a Digger is absolutely one to keep your eyes on. He is getting huge air already to start off his freestyle. 2 big hits at the beginning of his time. Ryan slowly starting to get on a roll. The only issue is he fell really far behind very early on this year. This is his best show of the year, though, so far. He's getting some serious air. And some more huge air launching it. This Son of a Digger is not playing around. Launching it over that racing lane. Ryan Anderson is a different breed of monster truck driver. He just brisks Max D. Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger. Freestyling here in Anaheim for the first time this year. Might be back. I think he's going for the backflip, just wanted to go on the other side. Hitting the backflip ramp, he hits the rear end, throws it in, trying to get the moonwalk, can't quite get it. His truck is broken, and that is the end of the run for Son of a Digger. So it's time that we find out who your freestyle winner is today. That was a good run, but I still think that Neil Elliott has your best run of the night by far. This might come in second, but just a solid run all around. Your score to beat is a 9.573 by Monster Mutt Dalmatian. That's not right. All right, but I told you that was going to happen. She doesn't even have a top 5 run, but that's okay. The score for Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger is a 9.153, and he's in third where he belongs. But your winner, who is in first, not where she belongs, is Cynthia Gauthier in Monster Muck Dalmatian, winning freestyle today with a freestyle run where she didn't land the backflip, didn't really have much going on at all, ended up coming in first place with about a 5th to 6th place run. Solid night all around Anaheim, and yet again, Anaheim living up to its expectations.
Here at Angel Stadium in Anaheim, you gotta be feeling like you're on cloud nine right now.
I am, and there's something special about Anaheim. I think the only deserve
it's 'cause
the
the
result
fans in Anaheim are
but you
stupid.
know what? I have to thank my PA, Scott. I mean, he worked so hard to make sure that truck made the best run, and you guys are just so amazing. Every each of you. Thank you guys so much.
What a freestyle run! And we're gonna take those 14 points that you've earned for the freestyle competition. We're gonna add that to your overall score, and we're gonna find out if that's enough to take home the overall event championship. Folks, go ahead and check out that video board. 14 points have been added to Monster Muck Dalmatian's overall event point score.
Take a look at our overall event champion and see all the points combined. So again, as Casey said, Cynthia Gauthier gets 14 points for winning Monster Jam Freestyle. We will find out if that is enough to get the overall event championship. 3 incredible competitions. Here we go. With 12 points in racing, 14 in the Great Flip Skills Challenge, and 13 in freestyle for a total of 39 points. Your overall event champion is Neil Elliott and Max D. Well, we have a tie at the top of the leaderboard. The tiebreaker with Max D and Son of a Digger is freestyle score. And with Neil Elliott having a higher score, he is your overall event champion.
Fans, it's Neil Elliott with Max D. Look at the smile on his face. Neil, you're taking home your first overall event championship for 2020. What do you got to say?
Man, it's awesome, you know, it's thanks to the Monster Jam fans, getting online, doing the thing, doing the scoring. You know, that's how I got this win. Great crew guys back here keeping that truck together close to the time. But we were just out here having fun. Finally got this first event champion, overall event championship, and now we're just hoping for that Scott win this year.
Fans, go ahead and give it up one more time for your overall event champion, Neil Elliott, Max D.
Your current season standings for Stadium Championship Series 3 have changed a little bit tonight. Gravedigger still the current series points leader, but Max D with his win, moving up, making some ground. And now 5 points separate in that third spot is Corey Rummel and Megalodon. So your current series point leader remains Gravedigger.
What a wild night of action!
So that'll be the conclusion of the second Anaheim show out here in 2020. A great show, a really solid show all around. Not the best show of the year, but still a decent weekend out here for Monster Jam. Next weekend, as you can see, you can catch those next 3 on my channel. Well, San Diego probably will be on this channel, but Tampa and Glendale will be on the Who's Ready for Monster Jam channel. San Diego will most definitely be here on the Monster Jam Lord channel. And then going all the way down, we've got a lot of awesome shows still to come. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I'll see you guys all next time.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.